Good evening, me Fambulem, me Salone Fambulem, brothers and sisters. Una cabo. If una notice, we sort of late about half an hour. But dear, I want to apologize on behalf of the posse we get. We get a new posse will join me, and in fact, surprisingly, the rest of my team not even aware. Say this person go join me tonight. So the people we they watch right now, we na part of the team. They wanna forgive me because of the thing just happened impromptu, and we feel say they are awake. We get, by the way, me and Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO of the Voice of Salone Network, and today we get another episode of social media review. The social media review, now Madam Fadima ki host this show, but because it gets death in the family, stepdaddy died, so it goes salon for help out with the arrangements and things like that, and we pray that the soul will rest in peace. And dear, wanna keep Madam Fadima with her family now on our thoughts and prayers. So waiting now the program for today. Before I talk about the topic, I want for let me co-presenter introduce himself. We after which we will talk about the program waiting we get and waiting on for expect in the next 1.5 hours, and after which we go we co-presenter don't introduce himself. I will open the phone. We will open the phone line. Let on start for call right away. So unfortunately, though, because of the time difference, my co-presenter joined we from all the way London. So una know say now London are so greedy, and let you see now somebody dedicated for helping country. So let not talk too much. Like I pass him over to him. Una know go see him picture now voice because he joined me on the phone, but he will do with we for the rest of the program. We will be the next hour and a half, but it will be on the phone. So I will allow her now for let introduce himself and let read the beautiful radio voice of this me co-presenter. So over to you, madam.
I'm Nina Janet Masamusa, and I want to say hello to everybody in Salone and in the diaspora. And I also want to say sorry, we'll come half an hour late. We're just trying to be time for Abdul time for teach me the ropes. But anyway, we get a good lineup for us tonight. I hope so when I will call in and we will get a good interaction. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, Madam Janet, because normally we can call Madam Zainab, Auntie Z. Some people in therefore talk about say, well, that ZD it sound a lot American, and this not Salone, this not Salone Network. So for me and the African way, so we will kind of say Madam Janet, and something can be,
I'm cool.
Yes. So Madam Janet, you want to tell people a little bit about yourself? What did really inspire you for you join VOS as a commentator?
Well, I do journalism, and I'm a very active person on social media. I watch on a program from February to now, and I became inspired by the topics they want to cover, the kind of style they use, and are very relaxed. People that really can and contribute to and not abusive way. So that really catch me attention, and I said to myself, you know what, I want to be able to join VOS. I want for able to work with them, and I want to encourage, all of the diaspora people for the coming and contribute for make VOS a number one place for Sierra Leoneanism and other people. Obviously, I get so many friends around the world. They all, when once this stuff is streamed, they go to watch, they go make comments, and I am so excited. Okay. And Abdul, I want to say to you and your team, thank you very much for want to give me this chance for Kaya and be able for just chit chat with people who they listen.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you though for way you give that to us today. And we don't say as Sierra Leonean, every Sierra Leonean want for one way or the other help for develop things then in the country. And we all know say knowledge is power. Where somebody gets particular knowledge and able for make informed decision, and that's make we try now VOS for give people and the right information. Yes. We try for come at the middle, not be biased. So let me go down to it. Waiting at the lineup we get today, because I really want, like how you say, they show you the rope. I want for you take a little bit of the lead now. So waiting at the first item we will talk about.
What do we get today? The social media review. Very interesting lineup. We get something to do with the minister. Let me go back to that minister where they accuse them of taking items from the hotel. This is a resident minister. I mean, one could just imagine the kind of embarrassment where the country will face for understanding. But I want to warn everybody though, it's not an alleged situation. They're not proven guilty yet, so just to say that distance, say, you know. So Abdul, what we have here is that the resident minister, the current resident minister, reports to the police them, and obviously if you share the video, people are going to watch them, and then we will go into the conversation.
Okay, perfect. So me fumble them for according to waiting, just like how my co-presenter don't say, Madam Janet, we get a whole lineup for now. The first thing we will do is we will show a video about the former resident minister, where that minister they arrest him right now. They're under arrest for allegation. We use the word allegation because they're not proven guilty yet, but they arrest him and then allege say he loot some items then na Lunge Airport Hotel. So he takes some items then from the hotel and put on a vehicle. So we go show now the video. The video not too clear because it just, I believe saying that somebody take with a cell phone. So we go show on that video there and then come right back and discuss some of the things then where we go learn from the video. And again, like how Madam Janet say, we need to be cautious now because this not just allegation. They're not prove I'm guilty. They don't say he guilty of the thing where they charge him, where they arrest him for. But we will talk about some of them things then we feel, and we will just do them as we own opinion. That's not the first thing. The second item we will get for talk about after where we don't talk about this. Now about, I believe say it go on social media a lot. Some Pamai we go also play the video where we tell we the number of where people can call batada 5 gallon Pamai, where people try for bring cam at the city and put some ink inside the Pamai, and where then they save, you know, health issue and other things then we go ask people and follow more on that as well. And that's not the second item. And the third item what we go touch about is Air Morocco then get some issues them way right now people the workers them they try for go on strike and try for, they appeal for let people and boycott Air Morocco because of some you know thing them way they feel say they teach them workers them fine and they get some discrimination as well, so people then they say for boycott them. So that in the third story as part of the social media review. And if time permit we go talk about the sack where President Bill sack the governor of the central bank, that's the Bank of SALONE. So we will talk about that and we will look at the Bank Act where the president put out a press release and say according to that act he decide for SACAM. So we will look at the act, what did the act say, not to more of the possible replace and wait we will talk about, but we will talk about the way sack and waiting the act
illegal for making SACAM.
Exactly. So we go basically, and by the way though, for you know if you people and they wonder, yes, Madam Janet not deny her as a lawyer, but it get a little bit legal background, but not deny her as lawyer, it give opinion, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now we not waste too much time. We show now the first video we talk about the minister and the alleged looted items. Then let me go right to it.
I get intelligence from the people in Lunge hotel say somebody go na the hotel, they go pull solar panel, go pull transmitter, go pull things the way they na the hotel for inside one van way now. White lamp pulls out with blue tarpaulin. So I get intelligence, I try for contact the AIG Potloco because now they in charge of the Northwest region and so proactive. He said say okay well now we go find out about what happened. We try for call the LUC, but we get intelligence back say the said motor we don't load them here so don't left Lunge they come towards Potloco. So waiting I do because in order for chase them, I send back the police. We go the police go out to the point. So go before know exactly what happened. So when we did it for almost an hour and a half, now we see the Motuka camp because we set the temporal checkpoint from outside the vehicle there. So I come and see the vehicle because they don't give me the description of the vehicle. And we tell the police they tell us to stop. We check and the items the way they begin tell me because the items they pass through. The solar panel then they among this one so we know reach here. And we get intelligence say na to one father na lokoma sama na they can go offload, they can go take the thing in at the hotel. Now inside one father in house na lokoma sama na they can go put and force on the waiting. Particular this one so now solar panel then be there among these particular things them. But as we can say now, where we catch the motoka, we not see solar panel there. Now then transmitter so we see now, included them checking them, with them back here. So the motoka with the help of the police can put lock on the streets, we say we come and say we not get anything for do. Let we come na police station. Even say the printer na there because this if you look at her, they say Lokomasama hospital. So this was supposed na for the hospital. They don't go put her there. If you look at, you go see at the hospital Lokomasama. This na for the hospital today. So if you individually go pull her unbeknown to the hospital, me no know how waiting at the arrangement, but as long as na hospital na government property, na private hospital, something you know make am, but this na government property, and that printer dey again na part of the hotel. Then I made for understand say the vehicle self way bought this thing. Now one of government vehicle the way they don't ask the former resident minister for the account for, but up till now in number with the maker. Now they don't convert them to something different way than they all make them because we get workers the way need vehicles there for party.
All right, Madam Janet, I will pass them to you. Let you give your own thoughts about this because this, the current resident minister North, it talk about say initially they get a tip off, say solar panel them, but after where they intercept the vehicle, where they give them tip up for, they realize now say. Solar panel they not be even there in the vehicle, but waiting them fan more than that. Something will shock them. We na hospital transmitter them for hospital, and the hospital na Potloco hospital. Where according to them, it say because of the hospital in a government hospital, so that means the transmitter them na hospital transmitter na government transmitter them. So meaning that it gets the obligation for let them investigate further over the allegation there. So what do you make of that really?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing though, but you could just not say by way of dealings, you could not say nothing what they do. This person that be minister, he behaves so, say nobody, not questionable to nobody, not accountable to anybody. So then they do things the way they want. But again, I really glad for the police then when they use this tip off or go after this situation. So we know now say the police are not begin to do their work, and that gives us the understanding and confidence for say the police and they're not take instruction from anywhere and they work directly with within the front thing. So which is very, very interesting for the first time in many years. We find out say nobody not call the police and say una can arrest a former minister. So this is really good happening. This is a very good start You know, we know say the police are independent, they are doing their work. They don't want no interference from anywhere. If this man is, like we said in the beginning, it's an alleged situation, they're not prove it, so we're not going to order name for Colin. You know, it can be to send a person go put them anytime in Crowy, right? We don't know. But from the evidence the way they will get our phone to the point and say it get here within you know, again in possession. So we look forward to waiting to come out of it.
Absolutely. I like the fact where they emphasize on that alleged, say not just allegation at this point, because according to exactly, so in the court of law, you get for always presume somebody for being innocent until you prove guilty.
Never, you never, even when you catch in a person and until you know the reason why you get on my hand, you can't say it's
yes, yes.
So, yeah.
So really now we look for like a TW arrest and the other thing where the current resident minister not be talk about we according at the video it talks say even that vehicle they in a government vehicle and a vehicle they're supposed for
don't give up long term.
Yes. So what do you make of that where people old ministers they still get that I don't want to generalize, but let we stick to this particular case where old ministers still get government vehicle. What do you make of that?
Well, they said the rule of law. Then people say they're above the law, you know. And this time, Dominica said the way now waiting on the acting in the past. Because I mean, a few months ago, we know say that they asked for the government vehicles and back to the state. So if the former minister still they use that vehicle, it shows clearly no respect for the law. You know, that alone says now if today in trouble because of that. For let get a vehicle in possession, while the minister there was some directive from the state house to say all man for hand over the transport, then whatever they believe. So if he still gets within possession, that's a long safe disregard for the law, you know. But again, you go understand SALONE system. Say that's what they do. They're not going to regard for the law. Nobody not busy. Nobody not for ask them. He's not accountable to anybody. So this make us say the police them at this stage. We're really happy for when the police them they do their work, where they don't get nobody where they can tell and say because this person is a former minister, you know, for all and all, they're all. So this go for sure so everybody not here, nobody not be above the law.
And I'm glad that last point they we make. But anyway, before I come to that last point today, I just want to let we recognize and also you need to see the people right now because you didn't have the phone. But I want to let we recognize the people that we don't join in and for telling plenty thank you for where they join we. And I will begin with Aisata Tyrali, thank you for where you join, and Aliu Sharif, thank you where you join we. And Aisata Tyrali say it just they wish me and you too good evening, and plenty of people actually they send pretty good compliments to you, and we own Memuna too as always. Barry Safa, thank you very much, and they wish we good evening, and it's a good evening to you, Miss Janet. So
thank you so
yes, Memuna to Safa, they wish you good evening, and then Adama Jibate, thank you so much. They say hello to Mayu, and Alfred Betty, thank you. Will you join in? Amara Moe, thank you so much. Will you join we? And Amara, we get to Amara them actually. Amara Kale, thank you, and it's a good evening. VOS, happy weekend to you, the CEO, and the entire crew of VOS, so including you now, our new commentator. And Rosemont,
thank you.
Yes, Rosemont, thank you for we join. Aisha Bangura, thank you. Ashim Williams, thank you for we join, and Wiyon Zaina Bangura, we now the program director, Madam Zaina. You will forgive me, Madam Janet. I don't know if you say you able for stay up for join me. So, but fortunately, I'll be able for make it come on the radio. I mean, on the phone for let it join me, and I'm so thrilled that it joined me because definitely.
Hashim Williams, thank you so very much. Wonderful. Thank you everybody we don't join me tonight, and I'm really so excited because I tell you what, together we go push VOS to to the place where it ought to be, on top.
Absolutely, thank you very much. So as we actually talk about the disregard for
For the
the rule
law.
of the rule of law. So how
Yes.
you feel, say, going forward, because you talk about, say, again, the police. This you will say because of maybe a former minister or something, but nevertheless, the police, in my opinion, then do a great job now. Yeah. So, how going forward, how you feel, say, the independence of the police will be maintained, so we will see plenty of them things here, we regardless of whose kind position you get, if you
Yes.
break the law, therefore arrest you and treat you accordingly.
Well, I must commend the president for until we talk about reviewing salaries for people like the police, the army, people in a part of government, because until you strengthen them position and they give them, they pay them well, we go prevent them, we go make them, we go lessen, we will not stop like bribery, because they know there are laws against them. For people and police them, they are underpaid, so you understand why. But when the president don't say now, he go look into the police them pay, the army them pay. So you know say by paying this police adequately, you go cut down the bribery women, you go make them it go become paramount to them for let them do their job. For no say yes, we job na also now for save the lives of the Sierra Leoneans and also for protect the state. So that are their job, So if you sort out their salary, you pay them well, we they look up to them. And this waiting and also today, like today, when they arrest a former resident, a former minister, don't send a loud message to everybody within our government institutions to say the rule of law will work. And that also is coming from the man when are the president. We don't make it clear to everybody say there are no sacred cows. If you break the law, if you breach the law, they will arrest you. So we're glad enough for you. We're glad for you. You say police them. They know they're out there. They do the right thing they're supposed to do. For me, we look forward to government for keep their word. For me, them pay the police adequately so that they go maintain their own dignity by not accepting, by we accept bribe. You use them there, you don't reach the law, you go allow us to do the wrong thing. But if they strengthen them by paying them well, we will see SALONE go forward. We will rely on we police them, and say, well, they are doing a great job. We will support them.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for that point where you talk about, because now one ways than that where you read plenty of the literatures then now one of the ways than that where you'd able to minimize corruption, because the person don't get any excuse that talk where people like can talk outside and tie cow now they eat and stuff like that. You know that we're not going for you to take down there as excuse, because if they don't pay you we in the context of the standard of living, you able for buy one bag rice and other things, then take care of your people, you begin them or your family with that salary day. Everybody given the standard, no say that salary day supposed to be sufficient for you. Let you able for do your work without any bribery. To me, I think that in a very good thing, not the right direction. So in terms of now going forward, that person as we say now allegation. So what do you go want for see in terms of fairness or people and patience for lack the rule of law taking course, or let them bring to trial and make sure say them in a fair way. What do you go want for see or appeal to Sierra Leoneans then in terms of this case here?
Well, at this stage, yeah, so we just say assume, because we don't get all the facts then. Now, within the report now we get. So until they interview this man, we understand, say yes, if we get government vehicle, yes, if it take all the items there, so we're not supposed to take, then they just make the law taking court. In other words, you go for court. If they find them guilty, you go jail. So that way, not many people will understand, say, there is nobody in the country really above the law. It no matter whether you be minister, if you break the law, you could be treated equally like the ordinary person they working at street. So this message is a very strong and clear message. If they engage and say yes, there is no saying like, okay, because the minister, no go pardon them. No, if you do that, you're now saying that some people are better than others. So we not go want that in the law. We all to be treated equally. If I do wrong, you treat me the same way. You go treat me and treat the minister the same way. You go treat me as an ordinary person for breaching the law. So maybe look forward to the government, following the rules, for say, well, you don't breach the law, you go for be punished. I don't wish I'm bad or I'm not Sabiam. And like I said, at this time we're just a presumption we get. We're not gonna all think for say yes, he's guilty. But we're saying where they found guilty, if you go court, make it not be to say because not be minister, then turn around and say, well, because you don't be minister, then you don't need for go court. We just talk and behind the scenes. But nothing say this government go do so. I think say if they find them guilty, they go punish them. And I hope say they not go fine them, you go jail for teach the other one they for say you go for respect the rule of law. You go for be a respectable person. You don't come up to that position as a minister. You for be a role model. You're not for to go around and breach the law just because you feel to say you did above the law. I think that this is a good start at this government here. If they follow very carefully, even this corruption what they talk about, people will begin to think twice.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again for we join we and me people we just join. Me na Abdul Karim Cargo, the sit down for Madam Fadima Savage. We know they na the studio, in a salon. Because of family issues, he gets death in the family. So I want to say besides me, but now the program also we get a new commentator we na Madam Janet Martha Musa we based in London, and we all know say it take a lot of love la put on that way they bluntly for like somebody they in London and awake and be actively involved or participate per program na VOS, because right now as una we familiar with the time na London as so breedy we want to tell we sister plenty thank you for we join we na the studio for giving comment. And the people that we don't join we, in addition to the one that we don't already join we, Alimami Kanu, thank you so much where you join, and Wiln Abdulba, thank you, and Femi Right, thank you so much for where you join we, and Femi say that's not good, lawlessness. So it talk about the former resident minister, yes, and you we don't talk about that. And maybe we go move on to the second. By the way, people I want to remind you say the phone lines they're open. We will encourage you follow and also share to friends, family, and people that will follow now. We will appreciate if you share and let them know say we are on live and let them also participate. So right now the phone lines they're open. And we go encourage una for like una call, so we all go talk about this and plenty more issues them we get for talk about also. So the phone lines they're open, and if right now you're in North America, we get a toll-free number where you can call, and that toll-free number they now 1-866-944-7722. If you're in UK, now 44203 239-9581, 44203-239-9581. If you're in Australia, the number is 61-280-064-352, 61-280-064-352. If you also want for call me through WhatsApp, you will call me per 1-343-997-5828, 1-343-997-5828. So the numbers them now then they scroll also on the screen. We will encourage you for let una call the numbers then they follow talk about this and plenty other issues. Will we waiting una take about this minister in attitude, and also things them way you go want for see going forward with respect to the police, how the police will continue to tackle their important issues here. So now we go move on to the second topic, but it don't mean say well they move on to the second topic. Somebody will call and talk about the first topic or don't talk about. We not go mind for go back and talk a little bit about it, but we will move on. So now the second topic, Madam Janet, before I show the video, now something within our social media and it don't go a whole, it don't do a plenty around. Now some people we come out offline try for bring some palmide them and the palmide and get ink and things like that. So what we will do though for make them easier for people them. Now very short video, unfortunately we're not able to get the lengthy one. Now even a video way less than a minute. But I just want for like a little bit about like and then me and Madam Janet will come and talk about and we talk about some of the dangers we involve in this kind of practice now we beloved country. So let we watch the video and I will come right back, me and Madam Janet for we up much by this.
Officer, commander. Take the woman and door. And the one again. And then the manufacturer and then mix the ink, coloring. And then the mix them for make enough profit, for make people they die. These are the people who are manufacturing illicit palm oil.
You come on, let that man there fish you.
Well, Fambuleleka we talk a very short video, then just sort of show una. We not be able to get a video where they explain lengthily because of we just decide for through this. We know say this story in our story we be done in our social media for a little bit, so plenty of una we believe say familiar with it. But waiting we want for add to it una don't already know. Now we don't take like waiting we think we don't analysis. With respect to some of the dangers then we dispose to the population of SALONE and particularly the south side of the Triangle where we believe in a free tongue. So what do you take on this, Janet, where it comes to the safety of the SALONE people?
You know, what's very frightening self to I don't see this kind of story before about the people in the put some kind of an ink inside the palm oil to make you get a red color. You know, I think say only within a long way after they listen to this will not say we don't get a situation of that nature from a particular country, you know, and then they ban them products and inside the country ASAP, you know. So I'm really happy as well for the police they're able to intercept them people here put them palm oil so into the mainstream market because we don't know what's in that ink what kind of a chemical that ink they get. The one thing women they for do with Ghana, they may say the ink they bring on health issues. I'm just not able for fend that particular article because they're never be able for every. But at the same time, I'm just happy that the police are able to put a stop to them. We don't know how many of those we don't leak into the system, you know, where people that we don't use. But we're glad for this awareness where they don't raise so people that will begin look now, everybody for being for be aware for so people and they behave this kind of way as well. But I sure way they don't arrest them so about 10 of them or so. If they're able for jail them and they as well, I'll not be hard or Abdul. I'm just saying that because this kind like Ghana being there for do the same thing to the people that with this one. It's a whole market out there. You know, people that want to sell them, palm oil them, the ink that they put there, they don't even know the content of their ink and they know what kind of damage go cause where we ingest them. So now that make us feel say the example could be, you know, whether they go arrest them and then they later whether they get them go and go find them, because I mean them say they do business and get taken away in the support. But I hope so they will be very vigilant on them to make them understand say putting is just so wrong. It's wrong, they can endanger the lives of ordinary people when they go buy this product here. And most of the time, when they send and come to the diaspora, this is the danger. You know, you're there in the diaspora, you're not aware, you go buy stuff like that shop. But the only thing I would say about the diaspora, when you go and come at the airport and they test them. So luckily they can pick them up. But those in Sierra Leone, when I get a facility, they go buy palm oil, where you can buy palm oil now. Next thing you know, you get health issues we never for explain. So I'm also glad for the police they work. You know, the police, you know, I can get on so now I want to say the police is our friend. You know, I am so happy for saying the police are not become really with friends and not being fed for weeks. Because we go for being, you know, when I first did this video, I was really frightened by it. But say, what's in that ink they get? What kind of chemical already inside it? But I'm glad again, Abdul, for when the police and they do their job. You know, and everybody when they watch this program, you see anything you out, you see always so red. Please make sure you check on twice. You know, for your own safety. Because your safety begins with you yourself. And nobody else will help you with that. You know, so again, I want to commend the police there for this kind of job what they do so. Let them continue for do their best to make sure say the ordinary person is protected against people who want to harm them.
Thank you very much. And the other thing, we like me, yes, are equally frightened. We see this news because the side against FWA is alarm to me is the question we probably Boku people would ask is if maybe few of them no be don't pass safe people that don't consume them already.
Yeah.
Because this 9 and cage, we don't know the one way the police not successful for see. So this is not the danger, and probably you get some of them mix pamaya now the market already. We out for able now, like how you talk no more now the diaspora because of they can test them, we get the instruments they need for test them. But SALONE now we not get them tools today. So if people in the sell and self na market right now, it ask for no. Pass until you go cook and you say, oh, this pamaya look weird, you know, the way they make and the way it tastes and stuff. But maybe na that you go just stop at. And you decide say, okay, I'm not gonna buy to that person again. But you not go get anywhere for say this na pamaya they mix or this na illegal something na ink or whatnot. So how you feel say overall the country for able arrest or tackle situation like that? Because
you know, say we get I should say and get some kind of government must get some people and where they look at food, you know. I think say I don't know whether palm oil they meet that requirement say anything where they for sale. I should say they for get a license for selling and they get inspectors and where they go that then place and the way they get the palm oil them or whatever it is for check for make sure say because that would not be the one reason they make the able to catch them people there. Maybe the police were thief. But say that they tip them off, say, well, then this particular areas and so then they practice. Because I just say we book one report now in front of me, and it's very alarming. Also SALONE no more this Gambio, you know, this Ghana, Malaysia, all of that for mind they come out, then they finger they mind them, and it's very frightening. So you find out now, so you go for now we don't know that kind of thing here. First of all, begin it for mind now, you go for worry. You know, because they are saying now that waiting and saying that it's a big cover-up. You know, like palm industry is a big cover-up. The good question we don't ask me now is that the kind of question we would therefore ask the police and now, you know, and also that they will inspect food that SALONE, associate and get them kind of like where America they get what do they call that FDA or whatever food, something. So I don't know waiting and get na SALONE. But in the meantime, maybe for that program we will try for investigate and find out how then they manage for stop them kind of material. So, and I think that this one thing we don't be so will raise the awareness. It will make like the one day within the palm industry no say that they can no longer behave like this because they endanger people in life, and if they catch them, they either find them or they send them go to prison and stop them not for this could stop them not for behave like this. I think so this one arrest therefore they don't make so will send a clear message to all within the palm industry for say do you wanna sell the palm una produce them, wanna not put nothing inside you go endanger the lives of others. You know, and this question when you ask me is a very vital question, but I really don't have the answer right now. But what we need for do now further, we will say to the listeners we'll come again another time, because from now on to the next time where this program will come on, we will don't do a lot of research in the background to find out who then they inspect them per mile. So whether we get a government department when I they take care of them here. If anybody will listen get knowledge about this, please call in and make you educate me.
Absolutely, and I just put them as a rhetorical question. I know say for sure, to help the inspector. I just put them out there for emphasize.
Yeah.
I don't mean for put you on the spot. And so for people that way they watch and they listen to we they appeal to una, like una say be vigilant, particularly we with the diaspora, and plenty of the people in Dong they listen to we. So let we talk to them and let we emphasize how important this thing be for let them be vigilant, because some people in they can detect from my way no real. They capable because plenty of we mama them and sister them where they don't cook a lot, so they know say this not a real pamai, this not pamai we mix and stuff, and when they realize that I don't know if at this point we give advice them for let they alert the police or something like that, but one way where me think say they can able do is when they realize this, let them alert the police and find a way for like the police trace outside then go buy that pamide. Maybe it go able for maybe then go discover another round of fake pamide we don't come. And the other thing again when we talk about this fake pamide and stuff, yes, this not people are within a salon, but what about them fake things they self where they come up from China, from their other place them where they send fake something them, because one other video there where somebody will send to me in a social media, this na plastic cup. I don't know if you will get that video there where the person put hot water and then turn the hot water and then go put them immediately for cold water, it change color instantly, and it use blue cup. And then it do that experiments. It change instantly, I think, to white. So for like, and then where you pull them back now, the cold water is sit down for some time. It gets a original color. So for like people, they buy that thing and they way. In fact, they change color and even yourself. Some taking it because, like how you say, like the FDA now America, they're very vigilant, but they don't defend lead now some juice, some food items there and stuff, but immediately when they notice that they alarm the population right away and pull a press release, and in fact they stop the distribution of that product until they conclude investigation and stuff like that. So I don't know how SALONE, I know so not sophisticated, but if people are able where they observe them thing and they report immediately to the police, you feel say that they go help in a way, and that China fake thing back, waiting that you take on that as well, because not just the one there in our salon.
Yes, you see, I was saying now I open this article, then they say from the research where they do, they say they find out say there will be a need for maybe legislation we go require companies them, for make sure say, then get inspection. But then the danger of this is we in our own country, the people where they do them pamaya, they not belong to no company, they are doing it from their backyards, wherever they do them from. So they're not very regulation. So what thing really that they ask now, this article they say, because for say they're the ordinary person they buy the consumer for boycott the buying of palm oil could be impossible. So man just select palm oil, So but what thing they say is that they now get regulation. I don't know which like regulation body in Sierra Leone for all foods that will come out from companies or private from private people from make sure say then people they also get know if they make palm oil therefore able for visit you, for go test you per mind, for make sure say you not put nothing inside. Like you said, Abdul, with the days ahead, we must get people in our salon we will talk to find out, what kind of regulation were they in place whether they get food inspectors, because Nigeria, they get food inspectors. Although they still get in your situation, I won't lie to you, then fake thing they will come up from China. That couple you talk about, so we get one for KKY, where you put what it on. I think that is just design, that is not so anything will be harmful, unless otherwise, because China, all kinds of commodity, they go get them plastic rice, but they say they spend a salon,
Yes.
or they spend a Nigeria. They
Nigeria.
even spend some plastic rice inside this country, anyway, unbelievable. We see
Indeed.
now particular rice that they will not buy at all. So even though this country is so vigilant, and that rice is able for riches here, you could just
Yes.
imagine salon, we not get that kind of a way name there. So this is a very good question you ask for, and a question we will get for the look at as time they go on. We get for reach to the people and when food inspectors them for see whether, because all of them here also come from the port, it's like the thing that they enter. Whether they
Yes.
get people in the way they test and the way they do my so in the UK, man no, America is the same situation.
And,
For say well, they for inspect food before they enter allow inside the country.
Exactly, because I know say not to the Nigeria business who they talk about specifically, but we just they talk about then counterfeit and then
Yes.
fake things them and even that Nigeria yes you reference that they a huge quantity where indeed you must get top government official as insider
Aware.
aware exactly for let them able for clear that number of plastic less,
Yes.
so this now the other thing again now the country SALONE we make we for really be careful, and even when they say with the fight corruption and the program will be all yesterday now something that will be emphasized on. So if one fight corruption, let we go into the institutions then how the institutions then they operate and make sure say we handle we review them properly and try for stop plenty of the issues here, because if we just go at the individuals then and then people and they will they fit for go after, so not to say I need a seal will not go after them, but let we not see that as after we arrest then corruption don't end. No. Then
No.
a former
Right,
exactly
continue.
yes then a former the system still there in place where they allow people and for be corrupt. So then people and they where they now attack key and where they sign before they release certain goods them and stuff. We need for follow the chain and see how they do them thing and they if they do them in a proper way that it will minimize corruption. Because if them people and they even inspect the container safe, like how we made for understand, say some Lebanese then go count how many containers them for example, and then people and just decide so now release them. They're not even open the container for verify waiting indeed daily. So down there by itself don't set the platform for like we they see then kind of situation way happen in Nigeria for let people encounter with fake goods them and then distribute another country. Because if now we're supposed for investigate or for even inspect then goods here, we not even open the container safe. Because they don't give una money, una make them go right away. So now some of them things that they me more concerned about, rather than somebody when a former. Yeah, the former maybe follow squeeze a little bit of money out of them and stuff. But me want let the process itself be fixed. I don't know what you make about that in terms of how then we're able to put things them in place, especially in our attack side things then they come where maybe some of them China fake goods here then will be addressed. People then will pick them up and stop the distribution of them thing and they
Again we go to regulation. So we get for get regulation. I should say they get regulation. It will be the same model they bypass regulation and they collect money, not check goods them, allow them for flood the market. But I should say that every port in the world they get any kind of regulation But what you don't raise so now that makes VOS could be this a wonderful place to be. We get for follow up now. Call people and get we journalists for and a free tongue for say go into these areas and find out within the app in there and anybody self when they listen to it, we're aware of within the app in may they raise the issue because we get for talk about these things all the time but prevent harmful stuff them for flood with market. People are looking for cheap. but cheap they endanger their lives. I just say read societies now where they say most of the harmful things and when they send, then they send and kind again at the Western world because they know say they after they get regulation, then very strict, then they send and kind of third world countries, and so obviously they not give now the authorities at the airport they collect money, then they overlook their job, then they allow harmful things to enter we country, you know. So I think we go back to regulation. We go back to the one that whether the authorities and whether they for able to get an interview with them. We can't find those authorities. We can't interview them and make an awareness to say, the whole of the country they watch them because it involves our health. People are therefore be very vigilant. That plastic recipe, you go cook and you eat on a different stomach, you go get. So people are therefore be very vigilant. Yes, we like cheap things to come to our country, but also they should be safe. If they fall below the safety guideline where the country don't put into place, then we go begin question the one way they open at the port. What in the happen here? Why are they allow things of kind to the country? And because we don't pay attention. So Abdul, I can assure you that me go able for inside the next 1 week or two, I will get answers for you. Believe me. And whoever is listening, please make we all turn police for we country.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the assurance day. And we get more people that we don't join. I want to say plenty thank you to them and welcome. And I want to say welcome to Ahmed Conte. Thank you so much for we join. And Ezekiel, thank you for we you join. And Ezekiel asked, I know he will understand the question. He said residents make Mister for where? So I don't know.
From the north, resident minister north.
Okay.
North.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So and
sorry,
then,
we're not be clear on that. Now the resident minister, let me see. Now the
okay.
north.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
from the north.
Yes.
Resident minister north. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Sorry.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And because of the space where we type, will not be able to specify.
Yes.
But now we've clarify that. Thank you so much for the clarification. And then Mohammed Taiwali, we now we GM is FD Watch, and we one of the presenters.
Oh, hello GM, how are you?
And one of the presenters, Aziza Job is FD Watch, and then Saya Samson is say no remorse, sad. That's it. They talk about the resident minister issue. Yes. And then Madam Aziza said these are all the stuff that leads to cancer. And what do you make of that? Because I know say to health practitioner, but plenty of them things here we don't know waiting because we don't know waiting they cause cancer. And like how you be talk up front when you say we don't even know the ink. Let alone waiting it will cause na the body like who's damage. Yeah. So this now another concern where somebody they raise say all NTR can cause cancer possibly. And then Madam Zainab they appeal for the people and share, and Madam Aziza also they say respect to our SLP, that's the SALONE police, and you be don't talk and clearly say we forgive kudos to the police.
Yes,
because
the police.
Plenty time we it can't pack good news, we need to express them enough. But anything we bad now they really pounce on. Because this we need to give the police kudos, and like how you talk no more about their salary, say if they bump up their salary, maybe we'll even see a whole lot more of their excellent job here. And then Madam Safa, the Memuna to Safa, they agree with you. Your assessment say true. And then Kepsman say APC. Oh my goodness, I know say really with the try no for we partisan so I'm not gonna read that comment there because they bash APC. Let me skip that though because we're not for generalize. Let me go say former minister. And then Madam Aziza, they say all these chemicals are dangerous to our health, all in the name of making money at the detriment of lives of people. And then Amara Moe say, I believe that they have been selling the ink palm oil for a very long time. So I will not ask you that though, but probably we need to emphasize that. How people for able, I know say we not go able for say, oh, where you face, where you experience this, do this, or avoid for eat per mile outrightly. But
Yeah.
waiting are some of the strategies then where you think say the ordinary person will able take, or as a government, or this not just no more opinion. Waiting are some of the things that where you feel say the authority for do we will make people scared.
Well, waiting.
For
As I read a
continue doing
little
this.
bit further, I think they say forget the media, for make the media get involved, and we get police them, then they police food, and anybody where they produce palm oil or whatever should be registered, so that say this particular group of people that they produce palm oil. And I think to say if they do that registration, it will make some people sit up straight, they will afraid. So unless you then a one little village, you can na your main area and can register say, well, me na person where they produce this particular product, especially palm oil, any kind of product where say you can for sell the people then, you can for register. I think the food, I don't know what they get in a salon. I don't really get an idea at all. Other than they inspect food in a salon, but I think to say if they make them, so that this was so the document they say, what they able for do when they say it don't help a lot about registration. Because if you produce food inside, you register yourself, you get people where they can inspect you without telling you they are coming. So that they can't inspect you, they find out say they tamper with the food and they lock you down. I don't see one video the other time about Nigeria. Also they fix something like even in water, I don't see beside them they fix water, how do they call them? Then plastic water they when they sell.
Yeah,
and even the bottle water them. After you don't want to see. You don't really want to know. Because some of the areas they when they show you go afraid to say God. Now you have some people them they drink water from, then close them down. You see? So by closing them down, and these are registered areas, so the police them, because the people them from the Nigerian they get their own NAFDAC, where they go inspect food. Anybody where they produce food, you get for register yourself. I think that's this. If they do this at salon, it goes send a clear message to everybody for say, you know what, the safety of the people and we will cry for ourselves. We get to take care of them people and we just can't do what we want and how we want. I think Abdul, this could be a fine point for force everybody for register.
Yes.
It will be a daunting task, I won't lie to you. Also overnight it will be, but it will show them for say you can no longer tamper.
And maybe in addition to that, then people here I know say yes, they get family them, and if you look now poor people them, but for the fact say they get mind for do this thing, this kind of desperation, maybe they for deal with them very strictly where anybody else will want for attempt for do something similar go scared. Because plenty time now they happen, now they lack in our country that discipline, for let people face the consequence of their wicked actions. Then we not can do that, and maybe because of that bribery and corruption, make people able to face the full consequence of their action. And this, if we will start and say, you know what, regardless of say una poor or whatnot, but una be the fact say una get this kind of mind. And deliberately, una put ink na gallon them, say in the form of palm oil, una for the love for betuna really hard. Well, let me read the rest of the comments then and go to the next topic because I don't pass 11 o'clock. So Mohammed Conte, they say product tampering is not new, and the commentator is right that it is not an isolated issue. Sierra Leone has to ramp up its technical expertise in the area of locating these perpetrators and labs for testing products before it goes to market. Maybe we need to move towards manufacturing products sealed after production and packaging. That's another good point, but again, it comes to the cost. But if we get one way they manufacture and stuff, maybe then they go kind of help, even though they're manufacturing stuff then they something not to for the local markets, not for export. For Ghana they do them, but yet they get them the local one the way they're gonna market them, they measure for you and stuff. And then Kepsman says Salomon very wicked to in county. Look where then they mix Pamai with medical na Makeni. This is all about badat and lawlessness. Well, Dandy, that comments this says it all. And then Madam Zainab say exactly, and they encourage people. And for Shia Amara Kali say the people that are processing the palm oil don't have the problem. It was the trader that are buying the oil in large quantity that are mixing the palm oil with chemical. So now that make the need for go back to the taste of it. And Ahmed Conte, they continue for say the government must fight corruption, creating a regulatory body as UBCG store to inspect food items without addressing corruption will make no difference. That will create another avenue through which those put in charge of inspecting foods become more corrupt. Maybe the question for Sierra Leone is how do we change the culture and attitude of our people? Great points there, because you go put so many inspectors then, but if they're inspectors then they equally corrupt, they will not solve the problem. What do you make of that, Janet?
Well, I think to say I must be very clear on this to say the kind of government will get now. If any inspector, I will say this though, I may not be in Sierra Leone, but this very short term way this new president don't take over, and I find out to the police and they do their work correctly. I feel to say inspectors then will think twice for say this man where they rule we know they play if they get you to go jail. So like the other time where Aziz they say about the schools the teachers where you say go and make them make you example. And I think to say inspectors are not going to make them example. Them go respect the job where they give them for good do, for make sure they don't accept money for somebody where they endanger the lives of others. And again, Abdul, the media, because that's why I saw this report, they say the media, therefore always if they in the media, they try for tell the people and say somebody is watching you, and the inspectors and say for no say, yes, you're not inspector, but we get older than they watch you. The ordinary citizen, the ordinary Sierra Leonean, for be vigilant. We all for OP we hear now they watch. You watch for you company watch for you. This is an awareness, and I tell you what, people power. They cannot lie to you. People power. Even the police themselves will glad when they say they want success and they work, they can always say, "Una equi with the ordinary people. Una say for equi for the watch. Una see anything, una just call we and tell we." I think so that these are the kind of things for being a salon. Because everybody want to make sure say this country go forward, and the people already within the country must be healthy. No can endanger with life because we want to make few leons, whatever it is. I think it's a clear danger, and Ghana, like I said to you, not only Ghana, Malaysia, some other countries that they were involved in this market here. So I want to normal say, like what is possible there they together we say this something for do with the not the producer of the palm oil, but the one the way the retailer that they get this problem. So I think say people are going to begin go after them. We're going to be police for each other by the country. But again, government regulation, more than anything, government regulation. It's going to be out there. The media must be on top of this for make sure that they talk about food safety. Let the people understand that. Make nobody not tell me say because they're illiterate. Then they know what they do. Nothing to do with illiteracy. The only illiteracy when we go accept not illiteracy but ignorance. They don't know what in that ink they contain. They don't know the danger where it will cause to people where they consume that product. You see, out of their own ignorance, they cause harm to another person, but by not knowing,
Absolutely. And let I finish up with the comments then, and then I will come back, and then we'll move on to the third topic. And we did do really well. My goodness, you sort of sound like a veteran now. You do a great job. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
My friends are just supporting me.
And one for say plenty thank you to Zainab Sanusi Kaikai for where you joined we. And thank you to Michael Koka. You say these traders need to go to jail. And then at Tesco, thank you so much. As always, we can join we. You say all what we are seeing here is as a result of lawlessness and indiscipline
Yes.
in our country. People had used to take state property as personal property. So I think it referred to the vehicle. And then Madam Zainab, they sort of say sad. Desmond Sise, thank you for we join we. Baba Amid Masai, thank you for we join we. And Bashke, thank you. And he said they tamper with so many foodstuffs in that country. So in the time for say this not to permit no more something way we don't see boku different other products them we don't tamper with. And that too much profit to people and they go after definitely you get a lot to do with that. And then Ahmed Conte say it is important to make sure that the process for registering palm oil production is made easy as well. If it becomes difficult for the small business owners and ends up costing too much because of corruption, then the consumer still becomes the loser and would have to pay and incur the extra expenses. And then Fode Bundu said the religious bodies must play a role to educate people about corruption. And then thank you, Mr. Fode Bundu, for we join. And ISO2 Staples, they say hello. So lastly, though, so the last thing before we jump to the next topic, for your address Mohamed Conte in issue where he talk about say even where we try for bring inspectors them and all that thing and they or for make them back in a way that it not gonna be too costly. Otherwise, you know, it will encourage corruption because people then will begin go back do. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, yes, my point there when I put in there, so it makes sense. The tendency for men to go back to good day, but when they know the end result for say, well, even that back door safe, you're not safe, you know, because if the media is out there saying to everybody that food safety now it is in the hands of everybody, not only the one where they produce them or the one where they sell them, but also the one where they look, when no way aware for say something they go all right. You know, so I think to say, really, truly, we go for be each other's police. We go for become policemen and we country for everybody. Because within that we friendly say this now, I'm not say that problem they out here as well. Outside they say to you, you don't talk about Jamba, you know, say well, Jamba not legalized in this country at all. Then they sell and outlets them, you know, saying that they expect and people and they make a lot of money out of them. But now waiting at the fed for say was okay, well, if we get then kind of material they gone, they could try for get a way outside where they legalize this so that people then will know what is safe and what is not safe because people are dying out of this. So I just bring that lead story there for sure say, you know, inside salon, if they make them and then put her out there for say anybody when they go cage for do this. This is what is going to. These are the consequences. If you commit an offense, there's a consequence where you go for. I don't think anybody go and go Pandeba Road. They don't show their how they stand. Nobody no go and go under. So I think to say at this stage, Abdul, it may seem so impossible. But if the media put her out there for say, you know what, una there for stop. And look, with the other person they say education. They go for educate the people about this activity. For say this activity is illegal, it can harm someone, and if they harm somebody without knowing that they harm them, this is not the thing. I don't think so they really know which in danger that pick that oil there. Because at the read society they say what is happening is a lot of people they do it for profit. The whole friends say this now. So the media has a lot of work to do, and the police as well. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. And again, me Fambul them one for telling our plenty thank you for una tuning. And people in the really give comment. It just happened I must say people I don't know if sort of because he late a little bit, but it's not the normal time now. So we encourage you for call. Leona safe Rob much by this issue. So the phone lines they're open, and I don't post the numbers that we will call, and the toll-free number, the UK number, the Australia number. And if you're not there in North America, UK, and Australia, you can able call with WhatsApp number if it is Salone or any other part of the country. Well, speaking of it, we get the first call. VS Network. Hello, what's your name and who say the call from, please?
Constance from Australia.
Hello,
Hey, Constance, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know how to do.
Proud to have you.
The only contribution, when you look at corruption up to my level, that will tell you how dangerous corruption in a society. And for fight corruption, I can always talk, and just like any home, everything starts from the top. You know, when anything they start from the top where they go wrong, it trickle down. It gets a trickle effect to the general populace. So now that they affect the country, the Sierra Leone don't like country where we embrace corruption, we praise people that are corrupt, we admire them. Me and you when they talk now today, if we go thief bread right now attack a tree. So mommy and this day they go and agree. Then we want to we die on the spot. That is true. And we they celebrate the big thieves them and big corrupt people, and then they go scot free. So how you feel say the other people don't go see, then go see and say this is normal in our society. But me and you too, right now, your brother, your mama go thief after Fula, parents, they go thief bread right now, about your tree. Then they wipe people by the say they kill them. So then they tell you, say, you were poor, when you go thief, you go, they beat you, say they kill you. You're rich, when you continue for thief, they praise you, say you go to the grave, with respect. So for let people that take chemical, when you don't even know what's like the chemical composition, the chemistry were involved with that chemical, for go put some pampamai, for go sell give person. But how they tell you the level of intelligence, how it's so low in some of the minds them. They can say this chemical who you put, maybe now your uncle or your brother and pikin, and they go buy that thing pampamai, they go feed you, they go feed them. Any way they do that, they turn back to other people in the way they can't buy it back when they your people them. So for any way you do wrong in a society, if you say now other people they arm, you they arm yourself because they can't back to you. It's the same as corruption. I don't always challenge this. Name me a politician, name me person where highly corrupt and country where get wealth, where die with wealth. At the end they die poor and they begin a family they diminish in the political platform. You get politicians who don't make names in the 80s, check their families today. Go to the homes and today the house they make. Even for pains and now it's on a dick. Anything you do where you actually restrain other people them, that thing they affect you. For the moment you're gracious. But in the far long effect, it's very, very dangerous for your family system when you begin a generation that yet unborn. I get politicians, they were not sabi from when we until I've been chair lady for a political party, when they begin the council we holiday. But today, where are they? They are not in their zero. You know, they have to read the name like the political thing of Sierra Leone. That they tell you how when you commit sin against the general populace, how that sin they affect not only you, but your generation yet unborn. Now, it makes the religious body then get to play a very strong role for pound on corruption. Not only for go to them, pronounce people like go give them 1 bag grace, 20 bag grace. Then they preach the gospel and preach the Quran about corruption, the dangers of corruption in society, how it impede development, how it destroy other people who they suffer.
All right, well.
So, another main contribution.
Okay, well, thank
free education. Let me make one clear point. This free education, in that is civic education, make them include corruption as a topic. Make them include that in the educational sector. Corruption either as a subject or as a topic inside the civic education and good governance.
all right, well, thank you so much. Okay, we'll go pick up on that. Somebody else down the line. Let me get a chance. Thank you. VOS Network. Hello, what's your name? And who say the call from, please? Hello, what's your name? And who say the call from, please? Caller, you want for tune down the device where they listen from, please. Tune down the volume.
Yeah, this now I'm at contact.
All right, Mr. Conte, you will get Janet also in the studio. So, what's your contribution to the topics
Hello,
then
Mr.
tonight?
Conte.
Hello, Janet. Thanks so much for your contribution and the commentary on so much. I think the corruption issue constantly surface. And I think, one thing we just want to say, they able to eradicate corruption. I think even within the Western side, now the world, corruption exists. Of course, the economy just large enough for contain the amount of corruption we see in the US or the UK. So the idea of us here for stop corruption completely, not to the key, because it will always get for day in some shape or form. But I think what you were missing for try to push corruption or minimize them, now for create opportunity in a salon. Where opportunity,
Absolutely.
And then that they push the corruption. Most times, I just come out salon not too long ago. You see people and way they struggle for go work every day, or say I go to office in the morning, then I go send something for cook. So the first thing that the person really reach now work, now they feel say it forget something for even sustaining family in the house. So for just say you want to drive corruption down without bringing some kind of opportunity for people in the country, it's almost making the first mistake.
Yeah, that is true.
So I think as we continue to look for ways for help salon, we get to move away a little bit from just the negative pandering for say the country bad, corruption plenty, but every salon person get for begin asking himself, say, what thing really I don't do na salon or currently they do na salon for make a difference. And until every salon person do something positively now the country for make a difference, you can sit on any side and point fingers and say bad. But most times I can like for ask people say, well, what's one or two things you don't do for make a difference? Now you small town we come on a salon, or now the cities I come on a salon, and that's how you bring about change and replicate that as we move through. So the corruption issue will always get for continue in some form, but we have to continue for drive some positive change, some opportunity for people, and then things will sort themselves out as they get more opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. We will pick up on them. Thank you very much for your call. So, Madam Janet, before we go to the next topic, as we don't get much time again, wow, great job. And people they look like say, I think now we're gonna be post the numbers them a little bit earlier, because I can always they think say people they see the numbers out of the scroll, but it look like say apparently when people in they watch on their phone, the numbers like is so tiny that they see. Yes. So dear, next time now for they remind me now they post on the forum. So what do you make of the first caller in solution say the religious people and for get involved, and because people see the religious people and they as almost sacred people and then it can instill a little bit of fear in people where pastor talk or where imam talk, then can take them more serious than where politician talk. So if politician they talk as how bad corruption be and stuff, and it gets the same weight as if religious somebody talk about that. So what do you make of that as a strategy?
Well, I think to say waiting concerns and say it makes sense. We get the church and the mosque people and the imam and the pastors and get involved in this fight against corruption. I think it's a change of mindset. Because I mean, when people go to church and they preach to them and tell them waiting for the society, wrong from right. I think their input could be very important. We can't overlook that. I mean, when we all go up in a salon, now through church them and wherever they go mosque, they go land, waiting good and waiting bad in our life, waiting for do. So I think to say yes is very right. We need for bringing these people again to start talking to our people, to the young one, and say, this kind of, you got to be, you got to love your country. Yesterday, we talked about love, and that thread, and until I read something, I really understand what the word love means. It just means to say you show care to your country, you help your country, man. Like waiting with second caller just say until we begin to do things in our country, for show that patriotism, that love, we can't really continue for the Allah, but this and that, when we don't make any input ourselves. But what is important with the media, now we own contribution is why to the people of Sierra Leone, for raise their awareness, for see something they go wrong, where there's a need for know about. So we ourselves here, we're doing a particular job, for every people for no say yes. If you do this, now this will happen to you. You can refrain from doing this kind of stuff. So as people say, this is a hands-on job. Everybody in the country for trying now for say yes. We don't come so far. We need now for make to begin with the right things them. And that point that we bother make about, you cannot, if you not introduce opportunities, you cannot talk about reducing corruption. So government they work on that. So we pray for government continue for bringing something good for we youths within our street, because the youth minister the other day, I made the right to him, ask him, what to do, which are the thing we they do now for the youth. They say, oh, we're working on it, Auntie Janet. So maybe one day Abdul will get a chance to talk to the youth minister, and know what's happen, because there's so much going on now in the country. And I shall say, in a few months' time, a lot of things going to change. Good, a very good and point where we brothers and always very good point them.
Absolutely. Well, we don't get much time, but we'll just introduce the next topic. And for the last topic, we're the sacking of the governor of the bank of SALONE. Daniel, maybe either tomorrow or the day after, but we will engage with Madam Zainab. We now they host the current affairs for see if it will give space for let we talk about that. Otherwise, we will left them for next week. We will deal with social media issues as well. So let me quickly talk about this other topic. I know some will get a whole lot of time for talk about them, but let me just introduce them and maybe we'll pick them up later. Now about the Air Morocco, and you will bring up, will be the talk, we sort of talk a little bit about that story there and why people for boycott Air Morocco. So for people we not familiar with the story, you can able set them up so then you will get a little bit of understanding on that story there. Please. Okay,
the video, did you with the video they on or
waiting I go do yes, for let people get a better understanding of it. We go show a video. With this video will give a clear understanding as to waiting on the story, and then we'll bring Madam Janet back and then let we talk about it. So we will try for pull up the video and then show una like una get a little bit of understanding. I'll try for pull them up here. Okay, I'll try for go through the video now.
And leave a Liberian here to sleep on the floor. If that lawsuit goes to Monrovia, in the courtroom, and leave a Liberian here to sleep on the floor. If that lawsuit goes to Monrovia, in the courtroom in Liberia, you have, that's not you, but Air Marak discriminated against these people. And then instead of paying the $100 tonight in the court, you might be paying them thousands of US dollars in the court in Liberia. That is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. You cannot have them pay $1,600 and the American pay $1,600, and you put the American in the hotel and you leave the Liberian to sleep here. There is a courtroom in Liberia. There are courts. So tell the airline that they can pay $100 to put someone in the. You can take the passport from the Liberian. Take the passport, put them on the bus, take them to the place to sleep. Because tomorrow this flight is going to be midnight. You can do that. It's easy. Pay $100 or you will pay thousands of dollars. Pay $100 for one person, or you will pay them thousands of dollars.
كلنا هلا عم نأيد اسامينا بدنا نروح على المغربيه بليبيريا نروح على ليبيريا بدنا نطلع دعوه المحكمه على الاير موراق هي مش اول مره بتصير هي مش اول مره نحن مش جايين لهون I'm standing right here. نحن ما بدنا نفوت I'm a government official. I'm standing right here. I'm watching every
All right, Madam Janet. Yes. So just make people able to understand a little bit within that about.
Really, you will find out no more say there's a clear discrimination here that the Air Morocco people, the authorities, then they treat the white people with respect. Then they give them hotel for go the entire night, and then left whether you are Liberian as long as you are black. Then they left it at the airport because DJ Little with Salone brother, they don't raise this issue at 2016. They show a video also them left them at the airport, you know, and things like that. So I'm glad the way this Liberian authority also pick this up and they put them out here, let everybody see them. Because if we pay a ticket, we should be treated equally. You know, these are the rights where you get as if you go online, if you fly, you get for transit from fly, then get right for providing with a hotel, not leave you unless in a few hours. Then of course you go for making your own plans. But overnight, if they left everybody at the airport, you will say, well, okay, we're all treated equally. But here you find out then discriminates against the black people. Then they treat the white people better than the white people. So that's a clear discrimination. And I'm glad they're waiting the authority don't tell them. You either pay $100 and get these people into a hotel or pay thousands of dollars when they sue them for discrimination. You know, I think to say, I mean, look, it's been going on for a very long time. And when they ask for boycott Air Morocco, I think say it will send a clear message. Everybody for begin look into that and say, well, I'm not gonna buy tickets again. Yeah, let me see how the airline go carry on. They have to respect the lives of Africans. This is unfair treatment indeed. You know, we got to stand up to them. We cannot allow this to happen anymore. If you treat Black Lives Matter, white lives matter, all human beings matter. And the airline not for discriminate. This is what they're doing that is wrong. Abdul, I think to say I'm really happy with this video. That's the way they're out. And I shall say every black person we don't see this go boycott Air Morocco.
And Madam Janet, the saddest thing Naya is Air Morocco, na African airline.
Yes.
And that's not the problem with we Africans. We no respect ourselves in the first place. So you take you African, the same thing we kill it up na Salone. Say Salone man, no respect in company Salone man, but respect foreigner better. Now the same thing they happen in Africa as a whole. Una, because of them people are Africans, then are black people. Una kind of think say una for treat them differently and then pay according to the video, then pay the same amount for the ticket.
Yes.
So this you know to say them people and they na first class or whatever it is, no, not the same economy class. But yet una take them, say okay, let them go na hotel, then the black people them or the African people them, una say let them sleep na the airport. This is sad, you know, and when we don't, when they cry and say the Caucasians, then they treat we differently. But we say self-to, we say we're very wicked. Because this now be our wickedness, you know. But anyway, sadly enough, we don't run out of time. So I will ask you, and maybe we'll try to develop that story day and talk about the Bank of Salone.
I really go, you know, Abdul, I can promise you, I will really try to phone Air Morocco and get information from them.
Okay, well that would be wonderful. And like I say, depending upon how fast you will get that, We will talk
I
to
will.
we'll
I
talk
promise
to
you.
Auntie Z. That's wonderful. So we'll talk to Auntie Zainab and let us see where how maybe because in get 3 days where they talk about current affairs. So one of them 3 days then they will try for bring you in and let we continue this discussion. So fascinating for for get you now the show and people really show appreciation as well where you join we and I don't know if at this point I would say congratulations where you finally officially don't join VOS family as a commentator.
Thank you so very much.
And I know
Anything for Push SALONE. My love for Zainab, and my love for everybody on the team, Aziza, I mean, and Abdul, I want to say to everybody we can't really listen, I am so inspired. Anything for Push SALONE, go forward. That's what we're going to be doing.
Okay. So I will pass you back. I will pass them on to you back for give you last word before we say tata to people then.
Okay.
So you can just say your last word, like
okay. I want to say really tonight. I mean, made them night this for being on VOS and for look at different issues. And we don't get enough time really because we run late today because I've been decided to show me the ropes and all of that. But I really want to say the way the people are coming tonight, I'm really happy for the brothers and the sisters them and Constante Leone and Mr. Conte. Let we do this. Let we all put them together and push the VOS to the point to say we are in charge of the news around the world. Let Salone shine through VOS. Ladies and gentlemen, I say to you tonight, work with us. Thank you so very much. Everybody.
All right. Well, I want to say plenty thank you. Personally, I want to say plenty thank you to my sister, Madam Janet Matha Musa, where you joined with tonight. And we know saying London are Subri, but for the love of a country, he decided for help out and give his own contribution. And from time to time, it will come different show. As the name imply, entitled as a commentator, as long as it get something for add to whatever discussion we go engage in, it will come on, and regardless of whose presenter they on. So Madam Janet will join in, and on behalf of the entire VOS, I want to welcome you to VOS. And the viewers them, I want to tell you plenty thank you for we tuning to the VOS network as always, and let God bless you with our family. Let God bless the VOS family, and let God bless we leaders them. Let God give them the direction where they require for make this country go before, because them now then get for carry the country to the next level in the next 5 or 10 years or whatever time. But for right now, let we pray for the administration for let them succeed. But that no means we'll not go hold them accountable exactly. But we'll pray for them. Some of the issues then we maybe they want to overlook, but let we pray, let God make them able to address that to the best of their ability. And I want to say plenty thank you to everybody, and above all, let God bless Mama Salone. Like we always proud of that Mama Salone Day, because we don't get 2 salon, we only get 1, regardless of whose religion, tribe or region you come out. Now 1 green salon we get. So let we treat her like saying that the only salon we get, because now in the only salon we get. So until next time, I encourage you now for tuning tomorrow the same time to the current affairs with Madam Zainab Bangura Dalboi. So for me, on behalf of we all, this na Abdul Karim Kago, they say una tata.
Good night, everybody.